Okay, let's see how you did. I'm going to give you the 6 answers, and then you can fast forward to the ones that you need help on. Did you read the directions? The directions said to round it to the nearest tenth. Be careful, some of you are having rounding errors on your quizzes and tests. All right, number 1 is 52.2. Number 2 is 123.8. Number 3 is 11.6. Number 4 is 18.8. Number 5 is 28.3. And number 6 is 113. All right, now let's go through these 6 problems. If you did miss any, you're welcome to move on to the homework check, or just fast forward to the ones that you need some help on. So on this first one, the rectangle, did you know what it was? Well, you know it's going to be length times width, but what's the width? Well, this is 9, and this is 9, and this is 9. So that means this length, or you can call it width, it doesn't matter, is 27. So length times width would be 27 times 9, or 9 times 27. And that's going to give you 243. Now you're going to subtract out 3 circles. So you're going to subtract out 3 of the pi r squares. Now, did you use the right radius? Well, if the diameter is 9, the radius is 4.5, 4.5. So you want to do pi times the 4.5 squared. So 4.5, you can either use the square button on your calculator or just multiply 4.5 times itself and then multiply by pi. So each of those circles is 63.585. Now, there's 3 circles, so multiply by 3, and the amount that you're subtracting is 190 point. Remember, the 5 will make it go up to an 8. When you perform the subtraction, you're going to get 52.2 for your answer. All right. Let's see. On this one, this is a square, and I know that because this is 12 and 12, making this 24. So the square is 24 times 24, or 576. I need to subtract out the 4 circles. Each circle is a pi radius squared. Well, remember the diameter is 12 and 12, so the radius is 6. 6 squared. So 6 squared times pi is 113.04, but I have 4 of them. So multiply by 4, and I have 452.16. Okay, now it did say round it to the nearest tenth, so it would be best if I made that 452.2. And then as you can see, the 10 minus 2 is going to give you the 0.8. So there's your answer. Okay. Number 3, we have 6 and 6. So going the other way, each of these circles has a diameter of 6, making the rectangle 18 across. So the rectangle is 18 times 6, 108. I have got 6 circles to subtract. Okay, each circle is pi times a radius of 3 squared. So 3 squared, in other words, 3 times 3, multiplied by pi, that's each circle. Since there's 6 circles, you're going to multiply by 6. And you have 169.56. So we're going to round that to 169.6. You're going to subtract and get your answer of 11.6. Number 4, AB is a half and BC is 2. So the large radius is 2.5. The small radius is 0.5. So the big circle is pi times radius squared, 2.5 squared. The small circle is pi times 0.5 squared. Okay, let's enter some of those into the calculator. That one is 19.625. I'll just do 19.6. And then the small one is 0.785. I'll just do 0.8. 19.6 minus 0.8 is the 18.8 answer. All right, 2 more. AB is 4, so the small radius is 4. Since this is 1, the large radius is 5. So the big circle is pi times 5 squared. The little circle is pi times 4 squared. So this one is 78.5 minus 50.24. I'm just going to do 0.2. Subtract, and you get 28.3 for your answer. Last one. This one was more of a challenge. Hopefully you got it. The big radius is 7.5. So pi radius squared, that's my large circle. Let's see, 7.5 times 7.5 times 3.14. The large circle is 176.25. Now, to get the shaded part, I need to get rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 circles. Each of the 9 circles is pi times the radius squared. But what in the world would the radius be? Well, AB is 7.5. Think about how many radiuses are in there. Here's 1. Here's 1, here's 1, here's 1, and here's 1. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 radii, little ones, in the whole big one. So the small radius is going to be that 7.5, but it's going to be split into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces. When you do that division, you're going to find that each little circle has a radius of 1.5. So each of those 9 little circles is pi times 1.5 squared. Okay. Well, 1.5 times 1.5 times pi means each little circle is 7.065. But there's 9 of them. Okay, so the 9 circles is 63.585. I'll do 63.6. All right, now I'm ready to subtract. 176.25 subtract 63.6, and I get 112.65. Now, I think if you were following the directions, 112.7 would be the best answer. Now, my answer key gave this, and the reason is because they did some rounding further on, and it worked out. Okay, either answer is fine. I'll accept either one on the homework check. Make sure you're calling me and asking me questions if you are confused at all. See you soon.